All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So today, I'm just going to show the last business day on Friday. We made $100 on Google, and I really want to break that down because there's 3 trades I made. 2 of them were excellent, and 1 of them was awful. So I just want to break that down for you. Let's take a look at it. I definitely made some mistakes on this, and I just was not patient. I did not follow my plan. But first, let's just take a look at this. I want to show you how much money I made trading Google because you'll see right here. Let me spread it out a little bit. On this spot here, there's 3 trades. You can see I have shares, 23 shares, 23 shares, and then 1,300 shares. And look how much money the 23 shares made because I actually waited for my target and got a good entry. So if you can see here, you can see the green on the right showing the gains when I made the trade. But look, so I bought 23 shares at 137.79, which we will break down the chart because as you can see, it's about right in this area. And then you can see here, I bought 23 shares at 137.1. So that was pretty much the bottom. And I got a whole point on that. So it just shows you I was not patient because my first purchase, I bought at 9:28 a.m. in the pre-market, and that was a bad move because it just sold off 3 points down. So this was a really bad trading day. I got very lucky. It came back. I was down thousands. So definitely not a good way to, end the week, but I'm happy it's green. I got my capital back. We're at $3,452 total on the year. But I made a video previously on this talking about on Webull where the spot was to buy on Google, and I didn't even follow my own rules. So it just shows you that even though you have the rules followed, sometimes you can succumb to, oh, you see the price going red, and I'll break it down for you. But as you can see, I just want to give you a quick thing. All the accounts were up 34.52, and our biggest losses are Tesla and Apple, and Google is $277. It should have been much more than that. I just want to show you on Google, I mapped this out the other day on my previous video of these resistance lines at 139, and I drew out the support level anywhere from 139 to 137. I didn't wait for my level, and although my first entry, we're going to zoom in on this now. I want to just go on the 1 day. Let's go on the 5 day. I don't know why it looks like that. So let's go on the 5 day here. We're going to zoom in on this. I bought, so as you can look at the times on the bottom, this is 9:25. I'm going to put this on the 1 minute. Let's see if it stays. Let me just bear with me while I fix this. I don't know why Webull's weird like this. We'll keep it on the 5 minute. And you can see right here, it's at 9:28. Right there is where I bought. Terrible buy. I just thought 15 RSI. We're going to get a quick bounce, quick scalp. I was going to buy, 1,300 shares. Try to get 50 cents right off the bat, start the day off strong with plus 500. That did not happen. I was down 3,000 immediately because look at this, from 9:30 to 9:35 went all the way down 3 points. So that's just terrible. I told myself hold. I knew that area had potential bouncing opportunities, and I had to hold this for like almost an hour to get rid of this position. Because as you can see, my first purchase was at 139.6, and it got here, it returned, and I sold for only like a $50 gain at 10.50. So look at that, 10.50. That's an hour and 20 minutes wasted. I could have just waited, been more patient, and bought at the RSI when it was at 8. You can't predict these things, but I had a plan with this. I didn't follow it, and I think that's why I was frustrated. Because I mapped out these levels and I had a feeling Google was going to come here and look at all this buying pressure that came in. I mean, just look at the selling pressure. See this thin wick right here? I'm going to zoom in a lot. This thin wick right here is all the way from 138.6 all the way down to 136.5. So just from that purchase, whoever got that low, that's incredible. They had an excellent entry and could have made points from there. I like trading the big caps because I feel like they're more predictable and safer in some ways, but you're dealing with algo trading, so it could be very dramatic. But just from that move, 136.5 up to 142, it's a 4% move in 1 day. That's huge. So we missed it. We made, $100. We'll be grateful. We just got to be patient on our next trades. That was definitely a bad trade. And it was almost impossible to follow a stop loss because within those 5 minutes, It sold off all the way from, in the pre-market, it was already 143.58. So 9 a.m., it's 143.6. And then I bought at 139.6, 28 minutes later at 9:28, thinking, this thing is down 4 points in the pre-market. I'm going to get at least a bounce here. Well, that did not happen. It did not bounce at all. And that turned into gambling, and that was definitely not a good trade. So I just want to break that down for you guys, show you that trade that was happening, because that was a big fumble. But fortunately, Google came back and fought back the rest of the day, and here we are. Next, I just want to talk about Tesla. I think it's good to look at Tesla. Tesla's in the Magnificent Seven. It's the only one that's really struggling. And when you see the 5-year chart is trading within this wedge right here. But I do believe that we have more downside coming. So I'm trying to be more patient with Tesla, because it traded from 265 all the way down to 180, which is a 32% decline. But I think that we have potentially a little bit more downside coming. And what I'm seeing here is a potential bear flag forming. You have this pole coming down, and then you have here as resistance. And then what I want to see is this sell off. I want to see this come down and make its move lower, break this 180. So it's at 187 right now. I want to see it break the 180 and move down to 165. The reason I say that is because you can see right here, we have areas. Let me just draw out the rectangles so everybody can see. In this basically 170 range, you have an area of support. So that's the next level where I'm looking if Tesla sells off. Because over here, you have support, bounced, fell through, rejection, goes up, support right here, down to this 164 range. So this is really the area, to be clear, right here, right in this aspect, and then here is holding the line and then blasted up. So I'm hoping we get another move down on Tesla. We got this bear flag forming here, and then we get the sell-off coming here. So that's definitely what I want to look at moving forward with Tesla. Trying to be patient and wait for this to sell off, because if we can get that, then we can get Tesla at a lower price. We can start dollar cost average into it long term. But I think we have more downside coming, especially with this wedge like this. So I definitely wanted to show you that as well. And looking at Apple, Apple is just so strong. It just holds up. It won't break this 179 level. And when I look at it on the 5-year chart, it's just holding this perfectly. This was a perfect bounce. Look at that. I drew out this line a few weeks ago. And I think Apple has more upside, to be honest. Its earnings was good, and then now here with the bounce here and then the bounce here, I think Apple has a potential chance to, it's bouncing perfectly off that level, and we're going to make a move back up to 195. The biggest challenge for Apple is, can it break 187, 188, and then it just has to hold this level. So it's going to break through this level and then retest it, and then it'll go to the moon. But that's what I'm looking at with the stocks for tomorrow, or I should say Monday, with Apple, Tesla, and then Google. Google, we're just waiting for that pullback again. Google, if Google makes any pullback to like 139.5, I'm going to try to scalp it again and go back in. But that's what I'm looking at for Monday's trades. In case you guys are wondering, I always post my trading P&L under this playlist, Trading P&L 2024. Anytime I make trades, win or loss, I post them in here and I post the videos. And I always check out my investing ideas, long-term investments, and then I also show the Fidelity crypto and taxable portfolio from 2022 to present, just showing you, the power of just dollar cost averaging and never selling, just buying. And then also the Fidelity Active Trader Pro playlist, check that out. And then I threw in some trading strategies, investing for beginners, and trading P&L from 2023 and just previous old trades from 2021. So definitely feel free to check those out. I definitely think they have some value. And if you can learn from each YouTuber, you could definitely form your own trading strategy. But subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.